Okay, welcome back to this review of the Shadow Commander upgrade set. This is Warmech95 here. Now, if you saw part 1, I transformed Mr. Nemesis Prime over here. I apologise for the lighting, it's very limited right now. So yeah, this is the trailer here. I'm just going to crack on. If any of you guys, I'm sure a lot of you people have seen the City Commander upgrade set review from likes of Optibotimus and stuff. It's a really good review, so you'll just be doing the same thing here. But for those who haven't, to transform this guy, you just take this bit here, this small tab, then the other bit on the other side, then this whole top assembly just detaches, and just set that off to the side there. Now there's the inside of the trailer as well, so again you can see the sword just sitting there, which is really nice. So just to start off with the legs here, you just take this tab here, detach it and fold it back on itself, then do the same thing again here. Okay, and then that allows this whole section just to slide away, leaving the legs here. Now, in the middle part here, you just unclip this bit here, which will be the waist piece. You just open that bit out, then that bit out, and I'll attach this bit, seeing it's all ready to go. You just clip that right onto Mr. Nemesis Prime's waist. Lots of force and clicking will be involved with the City Commander or the Shadow Commander upgrade set, just to make sure that you get everything solidly attached. So that's that on. Okay, next we'll do the legs as well. So you just pull them apart. Now the legs, I've seen a lot of reviews that the legs do pose a bit of a problem. With the Shadow Commander, it's been made slightly tougher, so you can put a lot of force in. It takes a lot of force to get these legs attached here. So you just slide that. It's hard to show on camera. So you just slide that in there, then just put a bit of pressure on the side, and there you go. Snap, snap. There you go. Then you just bring this up here and clip that onto the knee, and then just at the back, fold that back. This bit here is a wee bit loose on mine, but I can probably tighten that up at some point. And then you just do the same for the other leg. You push this wee panel in here, and then that forward, and then you just stab them in. Don't be afraid to put lots of pressure on this guy, because you know it's a tough cookie. It'd have to be. So you just give that all you can in. Just make sure that it all fits in nicely and it just covers that whole gap. So then you just bring that in, and then round the back, fold that in there. So there you go. He's already looking pretty beefy and drifting out of camera shot there with those big legs of his. So I'll just move this up a wee bit. Okay, so you've got him standing there now. Now for the arms, chest and head, what you want to do is you just want to take the arm panels and rotate them down like that, so that the curve of the arm is away from the body, and that'll make it a lot easier when you're attaching the arm pieces. And then what you want to do is you want to take the head, you want to pull the back panel down, turn the head around and fold it down so it's out of the way, then take it like that, and then fold it down like this, just ready for the chest piece, so that it'll just sit nice and evenly on the top there. It will take a wee bit of jigging about to get it all in place, but I think it's all part of the fun of the transformation. This is a really nice piece in that, you know, it's not dead simple, and it's not overly complicated once you get into it. I've transformed this thing a good few times now, along with the City Commander. It's been good fun. So next bit, for the chest, arms and head and the shoulders, you just take the top assembly that we set aside earlier, and then first of all you start off with, you take this bit and you pull that out there, and these bits here, these flaps here are very loose, so you just fold that down there and fold it in. Then you fold this in down like that on the same side. And you just pull them apart, and there you go. There you've got your big shoulders. So don't attach them just yet, because for the top bit here, it's best to attach the chest first. So to get the chest free, you just take that bit and fold these flaps out, and then just separate them. So now you've got your hands there and there, and there is our chest piece. Now to free up the head, what you do is you just pull down on this black tab ever so slightly, and then you pull the chest out. Now in there is the head, so you just give that a wee push. Make sure it doesn't get caught in anything. It's a bit intricate, that bit. And there's our head, and I'll just pull that up there, and there you go. You have to make sure that this bit here locks into that wee tab there, just so, because it can come loose and everything, so you just got to watch out for that. The head mold on this guy, I'll just try and bring it as close as I can. Looks very, very nice indeed. You know, it's very much a Optimus Prime gone evil looking thing with full faceplate. It's not the open-mouthed sort of thing that the City Commander upgrade set is. So that looks really, really nice. It's very, very sinister looking as well, which is very cool. So yeah. So then what you do is you take this, and then this does take a bit of jigging about sometimes to get it right first time. So what you do is you just take that so that don't know if you can see, so that the plastic lines up directly with the front of the original truck cab. So that goes in like that there, and then just let that clip into place. And then the same thing on the other side. And then at the back, you just fold this panel down, and then that panel down, and that should keep it relatively secure. There you go. Now you're ready to put on the arms and the shoulders. I'll put on the shoulders first, and first you take, this is that shoulder there, you just slide that down, bit of pressure until you hear the click, and then you just take this one here, down there. Some of these ones, it does take a wee bit of jigging about sometimes, so if you bear with it, you know, you get an awesome result at the end. There you go, there's the snap there. Okay, now the last bits are the hands. First of all, you always do it with this bit facing up with a little tab there, so you just turn the arm around, and there you go. And then you just slide this onto here. If my hands are obscuring, it's just because it's can be a bit intricate, and then you just push that up until you hear a click, and it's all in there and everything, and so that lets that sit like that. And then you just turn the arm like this on here, and then you just it's hard to do this thing without obscuring my only light source. And then you just slide this on. Can get a bit tricky sometimes, but I think that's all part of the fun. You know, I'm a big fan of, you know, you gotta work for it sometimes, you know, to get the really nice result. And I don't think you get a result any nicer than this, because there's your Shadow Commander right there in his transformed mode. The waist articulation does suffer a wee bit, because you've got the waist bit there restricting the movement, but sometimes you can actually remove that, I think, and you get a decent bit of articulation. You know, the arms move out and down, up and down and everything, and then, you know, they twist still. The legs, still slightly limited, but you can still bend the knee fully, which is great, so you can have some really nice dynamic movements going on there after a bit of experimentation. This arm bit, there we go, it's clicked in now finally. Okay, so there you go. You can give him his weapons from his prime mode. So there's his cannon, or his arm Gatling gun sort of thing, and then this is his the wind vane cannon, also goes in the other hand too. My preference is at the back of each shoulder there are specific pegs for these if you don't want to hold them in the hands. This little thing up here is specifically for the smokestack cannon, which goes in there, so yeah, that can sit in there quite nicely. This one here, now it's meant to go into this hole here, but for some reason on this one, this peg doesn't sit very well, so what I've found is I have to move this up like that onto the top part of the shoulder, and then this will slide in and sit will sit well enough. It takes a bit of force to make it stay there and everything, so it will stay there quite nicely, you know. And then I find just to make it a little more inconspicuous, I just fold the top half down so it looks like he's got a nice wee shoulder cannon just sitting there off symmetry, which is really nice too, because, you know, it looks like a targeting beam, or it could be a flamethrower, or a wee welder or something, you know, and it doesn't limit the movement of the arm that much either at all. So it's really nice. It just shows he comes fully loaded all the time. And yeah, that wee smokestack cannon goes into the back here. Okay, so I'm going to sign off here and come back to you in part 3, where I'll look at the BFG and the last final points of this one. So I will see you in the next